welcome to the Noofakinpodcast
with your host Jay Rudy
and Mr. Third Strike himself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today we got a special guest, man. We got my boy Super Josh LaFleur. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yes, sir. You already know, man. It's your boy Super Josh LaFleur, man.
Okay, bet. And we got my boy.
Background legend here, man.
Okay, always. Yes, sir. First off, how y'all boys feeling?
Blessed and highly favored. I can't complain. Even if I could, I would. And
Yes, sir. How you feeling, Chef?
It's a good week, man.
All right.
Yeah?
How you feeling, Josh? How you feeling?
okay.
You know, all praise to the Most High. You know, it's hard, but it's fair.
All right. Bet.
Ain't nothing but a quarter of a century. That's the first thing. It's hard with a fair, man.
Nah, you stole that jump, bro. Like
That's the first thing. As soon as you said that, that's the first thing that popped in my mind, boy.
That just ring bells.
And real broad natives know that. You feel me?
that
Or
ring bell.
Dave, but we're gonna say so flow for real.
all right. First off, man, how you feel about like the whole bar scene right now, like the partying scene? I be seeing this man everywhere, bro.
I mean, you be everywhere.
Exactly.
I be seeing the man everywhere, bro. How you feel like? You feel like it changed? Stay the same?
I mean, everywhere it changed. You know, the party scene has definitely changed. I'm not gonna say for the good, but you just have to maneuver a little bit different. You know, things are a little bit more expensive, so you gotta be a little bit more smart with your money, or whatever you're doing is however you want to spend your money. But now instead of a dance floor is full of sections, and that's why, you know, I kind of shifted more to the Haitian clubs, because it's still that culture of like, we're gonna dance.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
like people be too cool. Like they ain't doing.
All you're
that.
doing is standing around, looking at each other.
Yeah.
And I got a question for you. Do you feel like a lot of these reoccurring events, you seen the same people? Like, you know, like if I go to this
know
function,
who
I already
you
know
gonna
who
see.
I'm gonna see. If I go to this function, I know who I'm gonna see.
You
Type.
know, go see.
Yeah, in a sense, but from, man, I've been going out for, if anybody know me, they know, years. Sad to say, 15, 20 years.
And do you still be out as much now than back then, or you slow down, or you sped up?
Well, I like to say the term is, we do the same things, but we do it different.
Okay.
You wait in line, I don't. You pay to get in the club, I don't. You pay for your section, I don't.
Okay.
You know, from throwing parties, from, you
Building
know,
that network.
Yeah,
exactly.
You got that connection.
One hand wash the other, you know.
But that's one thing I gotta see though. Like I ain't gonna lie, I like Miami better, bro. Like Miami, like they got. I'm saying like as far as like the whole party thing, like they be having like free parties. You go there, free drinks, like.
Okay.
Miami, yeah, Miami.
Where
Like that,
I think you're specifically talking about Wynwood.
Probably.
Because nowhere else in Miami is not
like
really too many like that.
Yeah.
It's Wynwood.
And it's like a variety, bro. Like, I don't know. Sometimes, bro, it'd be like, you be seeing like the same people. And it's just.
It's a difference. You know, where we like to, you know, us Haitians, you know what I'm saying? We the Yaya crowd. It's a difference. So you just gotta kind of find your niche, and you know, whatever works for you, whatever, you know, I say I always go where I'm appreciated, not tolerated. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like the Haitian crowd or the Haitian parties are more safer?
Nowhere safe.
I'm saying as far as like, cause you know like how you say.
Them boys like to up it quick though.
I'm saying you go to the Yank party, there people just standing around trying to see you feel me? Me mugging each other.
Right.
At least the zones they dancing.
Nowhere safe, but certain things can happen quicker than the other place, and certain people can have a more logical reasoning than other places. Haitians, It's more so like, okay, some go down, like they can kind of talk through it and be like, okay, but you know, American situations, but it's really all on who you are. If you kind of don't know somebody of somebody, then it's pretty much everybody kind of go free for all. But if they kind of know who you are, then they kind of, you hesitant of, you know, of what you might want to do.
And it's funny that you say that, especially, you know, the Yaya scene. My boy, he do security. He just told me this stuff. American, you know, like, yeah. The Yanks. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everything. But he was pretty much telling me a story where he, you know, he do security. He got his car parked up in the front. He posted woody woo, and then he just seen the same car drive past like a couple times. You feel me? So he's like, okay, that look crazy. So he go talk up to the car. He's like, yo, you need help or anything? And then first thing, bro, say, who what this is? I gotta move. You feel me? He talking about the security car. And bro didn't tell him off rip like, oh, that's my whip. You feel me? He said, okay. Just by that energy, I already see how bro moving. You feel me? Bro didn't even try to get inside. He was posted outside the whole time. You feel me? And then, you know, bro go to my homeboy go tell his dogs, and then them boys like, oh, off rip, them boys, they on point. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then, bro that was in the whip finally get out. He walk up to them boys. First thing he said, everything 54. So once they heard that, you feel me, they like, okay, he on that. So his dogs done clutched. And then bro said, I got something for y'all too. And he done tried to up it. You feel me? Like, but they was able to make it out safely because bro was pretty much outnumbered. You feel me? So like he would have got one, but he would have got. You feel me? So he's like, he
used his brain.
Yeah, so he's like, okay, I got this one. And he slid. Yeah. But like, what you about to die over? You feel me? Because somebody will park. You know what I mean? Like,
because is no in between, and that's kind of like what the problem with kind of black culture and black society. I seen a meme where two black guys was walking, one bumped into another, and then you know they was sizing each other, and then right after that a white guy bumped into him, and he was like, "Oh my bad." The white guy said, "My bad," and he was just like, "All right, you cool." Yeah. What's the difference?
It's like a pride thing, bro. Like,
I don't even want to say pride. I think we brainwashed, bro. We brainwashed, bro. Because
you don't want to see pride.
Because I seen a stat where it's like we hate on ourselves more. You know what I mean? So it's like we gotta start. We gotta start with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember the other day, me and Background Legend was at the gym, and you know I'm making content, and I see bro making content. I'm like, bro, I see you, bro. Keep going. You feel me? Yeah. Just cause, you know what I mean? I ain't right, bro, but like, it's like we gotta be more open to our own people. You feel me? Like more kind, more like lift them up. You feel me, bro? Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, for a long time, if you in a crowd and you just see niggas walking, first quarter is, all right, you thinking about combat, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to split bro first. For sure. I'm gonna have to get out of here. I'm gonna have to do, but it's like, when we see a group of white folks, we like, oh, okay, that's just Billy John and you know what I'm saying, Tony. But really, that's what. But me, like personally, I feel more threatened, big.
But same here. It don't matter who walk.
And then, why I say like threatened, I mean in the sense of like, you know, you feel threatened when you walk into like a group of white people as like, oh, like they might call the police on you or something like that. But when you walk into a black crowd, it's physically. Like physical
threat.
Okay, so let me throw this in there. You think we think like that because physically we don't think no white folks could do nothing to us, and then when we see another black man or something like that, it's like he probably could do some damage to us. Do you think that's where it stems from too?
No, I feel like it's more like a type of brainwash, bro.
Yeah, it's more of a brainwash.
You know how like in the movies,
because white boys
a white lady will see a black man, she'll clutch her purse. Yeah, so we've been brainwashed. Like, dang, if I see another black person, their intent is to harm me.
You wanna know something deeper? If we go back to
like
even
slavery and stuff.
Right after slavery, so like around Jim Crow, a lot of instances where when blackface, they could do blackface because there was no regulations.
Yeah.
In a lot of movies, plays, and shows, every time they wanted to act on their real nature, they would do blackface and act on their nature, like raping women and killing. Because black folks wasn't raping people like that back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they wasn't slaughtering, killing, but they did that because that's what the masses seen in their entertainment.
Right.
So then they started to build that underlying fear without knowing, like, oh, if you see a black face, you might get raped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was brainwashing the masses from way back when, and it stayed. Because even when we watch a lot of movies, shows, even in our music, bro. Because I like to listen to a lot of different genres. Country music, rap music, they talk about the same thing. They just flip it different.
Flip it. And a lot of this stuff that we, like, let's just say that the black culture and black people do, the white people invented it.
And they
the
push
white
it
people has done it. But another thing, too, about, like, I could just say about individuality is, like, if you a man and you comfortable and you understand who you are as a person and a man and got your pride and ego in check, I don't have a problem saying my bad. I don't have a problem saying, like, damn, bro, I bumped into you, like, let me buy you a drink. It's a lot of, can I curse? Is it not? Well, be made inwards, you know what I'm saying? Because has not been raised by a man.
I agree.
So it comes into, because I, like, you know, I'm in both scenes. I started with the Yaya crowd, you know what I'm saying, and I had to put that type of energy out there. But then once I dabbled in, once I tapped into you know, once I got linked in with 2K, shouts out 2K Lifestyle, you know what I'm saying. Their crowd is still Yaya, but a little different, where people are more cultural, have more to lose, more black successful.
That's another thing too.
You know what I'm saying?
Crowd with people that don't got nothing to
lose.
That's scary.
You're dead.
That's scary, fam. That's scary.
That's the worst, dog.
You ain't got nothing to lose.
So I start moving away. Like, once I peep that, like, y'all don't care about nothing. It's like, it was a point where I know I could get hot. But if I gotta be the calmest one in the circle, that's scary, because I'm the only one that care.
So once you start moving in those spaces and y'all both bump into it, and then you like, my bad, you say my bad, like, you want a drink? Nah, I'll buy you a drink. And it's like, so wait, but when you move, it's different. But when you move into those crowds, those guys, once you do that, it throw them off. They don't know what to say. I'm like, my bad, bro. He like, you don't know what to say. I'm like, you want a drink? Because they was ready for a conversation, and you like, fam, it ain't that deep.
Facts.
Do you want a drink?
Yeah.
And he looking at you like, man, I'm like, come on, bro, come to the bar.
And I'm gonna say, just like, and I was gonna say, like, even with us, like, even when you look intimidated and then you act like that, it mess their head up. You feel me?
Because that's another thing too. Because when you in the gym, especially me, the first thing they call, they don't know my name, but they like, what's up, big dog? What's up, boss?
Yeah.
You know,
Cause to the point where, like, people are, when you look when they feel like you intimidated and stuff like that, they'll say sorry even if it was no fault. Like, sometimes I'm like, no, that was me. I apologize for me. I stepped on you. I bumped you. I pushed you. And I can say that's one of the big takeaways I love when going to college, because that's when I got to really see, like,
different people.
Like, people trust you. You feel me, bro? Like, cause you gotta understand, when you grow up in the hood, all you know is people suspect with you, so you gotta act accordingly. I remember the first time I was in the library, bro. I'm studying, I'm by myself, and then this girl come up, right? She put her laptop next to me, and she's like, "Hey, can you watch this for me real quick? I gotta run downstairs." Me, I'm looking like in the hood. That would never. Right there, it was never. I felt like at one point, no cap, I felt like I was being, like, it was a prank.
Like, it was a prank. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm like, listen, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. You feel me? But so she's like, no, if you have to leave, just leave. But while you're here, just watch it.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, it's a setup, man. I stayed an extra hour just until Jit was going. Oh my God, thank you for still being. Yeah. But I'm like, and then after that was my first experience, and after that, like, I'm being around the black crowd, and everybody just trustworthy.
Open more.
Yeah, like, to the point, like, oh yeah, just go in my room real quick. It's unlocked. Just grab it. I'm like, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that allows you to trust other people and not feel defensive all the time, bro.
On guard all the time.
Some niggas want to race to learn how to, like, control their emotions most of the time.
For sure.
They get into situations where they feel like they always gotta, like, crash out or be this type like the top dog in the room, but it's like sometimes
Right.
you just want to vibe, fam. Like you
Facts.
just want to vibe. You just want to chill, fam. Like
Yeah.
it don't gotta be off
It don't
all
gotta
this
be like that.
confrontation and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah. So you mentioned like as far as like you being in the gym, do you like what's the balance though? Like what's the balance for you, bro? Like being in the gym, and then I be seeing this man's stories. He'll be out like 4 a.m. Then on like
6 a.m. in the
gym,
gym.
nigga working out.
Hey, 6 a.m. in the gym.
Running.
Listen, you gotta run. You gotta feed your body. And then at 12, this is how you break fast. With
How
the
you
watermelon.
how you maintain that balance, bro?
First word, hypocritical. It is. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's about life philosophies, right? For one, it's hard but it's fair. 2, the greater the suffering, the greater the peace.
Go explain that.
The greater you suffer, which it doesn't mean suffer in a way where you're actually in pain, but you're suffering in a way where
Like you're lacking sleep because you know you gotta get up.
lacking sleep.
Yeah.
Everybody partying, you not. Like you know, you working out in the gym, everybody not. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, it's peace.
Yeah.
Because you put in the work for it. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
So like, what do you put like the most priority in? Is it like working out or like partying?
It's to me, it starts off with diet, diet and supplements. Then it's working out. Then after that, your fun time and like okay, trying to understand like okay, well, when we got into this movement, probably like I don't know what year, we stopped drinking any type of liquor. We stopped drinking dark. We got into tequila or not any type of white, but white. Either Tito's or
Like vodka?
vodka, because it's a lesser evil.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna promote tequila like it's
That's fact.
you know what I'm saying, like hey, I'm drinking tequila so I'm healthier than you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Number
What
one,
movement was it?
2K life.
Okay.
2K life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we went. And then doing your research. Tequila, for one, is the only upper. Upper means
Energy type. Heart.
right. So it don't matter what type of drug. Is either if it's a drug or liquor, is either a upper or a downer. Tequila is the only upper. Vodka is a downer, even though it's white, but it's okay. It's the lesser evil.
Yeah.
So tequila is the only upper. Tequila's made with no sugar. So that's what we got into it. So for me, it's just like a balance. Is like somewhat of a balance where it's just like more so like, yeah, I'm drinking tonight, but when I wake up, I fast. I don't eat. I'm drinking a lot of water, black seed oil, burdock root, ashwagandha, drinking tea, prune juice, probiotics. When I break my fast, I'm breaking it with fruit, not a heavy meal, not too much carbs, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fiber. You gotta look at your poop. If you're straining the poop, it ain't good. If it ain't soft, it ain't good.
If it's in pieces.
If it ain't pieces, it ain't good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and the color of it. So it's a balance, but I'm trying to get more towards to more self-discipline because a lot of everything is. So now we can tie back into. I don't say religion because I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. So I would say the flesh, because a lot of things is it's the flesh. It's not what we actually need, but it's something that we feel, and as humans, that's kind of like what we kind of go by.
Yeah.
What we're feeling, drinking, sex, partying, feels good, but is it good? So That's
like for that moment.
Yeah, it's for that moment. But yeah, man, that's why I kind of run a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it pushes it for me. Mm-hmm. Everybody look at running where it's just like, oh, it's so hard, but it pushes my mind into a state of mind where it's just like damn, like this. I'm not dying, but it feels so euphoric, and that's why sometimes, well, not sometimes, but all the time I fast too. When you fast, you get that. I used to smoke, but no more weed. But you know, I'm a cigar king. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have my gar. You know what I'm saying? But it gives you that euphoric feel. For me, it makes me feel like I'm high.
Okay.
Because
you mentioned that too. So are you against creatine?
I'm not against creatine. Creatine works. Is either you doing creatine. If you're young, you're being sponsored. You doing shows.
What if you're not sponsored?
You see, so
can you take it?
And it's up to you if you want to. Creatine, all it does is put water in your muscles.
And
it's a good look.
Yeah,
but it's not bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
But in a sense, it's you have to keep up with it, right? Mm-hmm. So
you mentioned
I never did creatine.
Yeah, you mentioned that like creatine, you gonna take it when
I'm older. When my muscles can't produce at a rate that it should be producing at. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But even then, if I slow down or stop at what I'm doing, which is extracurricular activities, then I probably still won't need it because I'm not into being bulky. I'm into, because I'm already big. So I never took protein shakes and did everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm into being limber. I'm into being flexible. I'm into stretching my hips. Especially for the males, if you like to have sex, right? It's about your hips. Thrust. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the size. This is about the motion in the ocean. As long as you can, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a little curve in there.
Because and you know we're gonna backtrack a little bit. You feel me? A couple of things that you touched on. You feel me? Yeah. And we could go a little deeper with the creatine content in the sense of like, so we've been on the journey for a very long time. You feel me? He was around at my beginning. He's clearly older than me, so he was there longer.
AKA Fat Josh. That was the first name. Y'all know me. That's what
y'all
talking about.
Fat
Josh. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, you feel me?
It was me.
It pushed him. You feel me?
Yeah, it pushed him. You feel me? So we would do like collabs, not videos, but like working out together. And this was before I started doing research on my own. And you know, I would ask a lot of questions in regards to supplementation. And one of the things, I see that your mind changed a lot on it was you say don't touch creatine. And there's a lot of different things that you said you stray away from, and I did it for a very long time. You know what I mean?
I remember the boys used to go, him and Marvin. They
used to go back and forth.
But you see how Marvin, shout out to Marv. What's up, brother? But you see how his body was shaped. It's nothing wrong with creatine.
But before you go deeper though, because so now I started doing my own research, and then I recommend everybody do your own research. Don't take nothing at face value, because just because it works for me, that don't mean it's gonna work for you. Just because it is good for that person, that don't mean it's gonna be good for you. And just because it's bad for that person, that don't mean it's gonna be bad for you, right? Yeah. So as I started doing my research, right, because for a long time as well, I thought creatine only makes sense if you're bulking, right?
Sorry to cut you off. And I heard creatine is good for cognitive function.
Yes. Yeah, so then when I started doing a lot of research, right, and one of the things that sparked it was I was already taking creatine, but I wasn't really taking it to its full extent. Not when I was working with you. No, not when I was working with you.
Shit come out on the podcast.
No, I take creatine. What you mean? I'm a big advocate of creatine now. I ain't tell you no lie. And what really smart.
He took creatine? You didn't think that?
No, I take creatine.
How I look at it is like it's genetics.
Oh, you
Look at your dad.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
I think the three. So,
Look at Woodson, your brother.
The three
He's just shorter out of everybody.
Yeah, I just take only three supplements that I touch is 1, creatine, 2, omega-3s. You feel me? I need my omega because I don't really eat that much seafood.
And you need black seed oil. Add that.
I'm gonna do my research and probably add that too.
No research.
I still gotta do my research, man. But yeah,
It's not one of those where you black seed oil is found in the Egyptian thing.
Yeah, cause some of my fat brothers they be taking it too. I just never really like dabbled into it. I really stuck with those 3, and then on occasion I have a jar of protein, and that's only if like I done eat throughout the day or I had a long day and I need to hit my goal real quick and then boom. Yeah. So like I can make a little jar last for a minute because I'm not taking it every day. You feel me?
That's a good thing. Because protein is nowadays proteins is nothing but fillers.
Yeah, so that's why you really want to be mindful on where you getting the protein for because there's technically good and bad protein.
After omega, what was the last one you mentioned?
Omega-3s.
The last one?
No, the last one protein. Omega and protein.
But like protein just by what you eat or
powder, right? Yeah, just a powder. So but I use whey isolate, so that's like the cleaner version, the leaner version of protein.
But you have to be working out, right? All right,
all of this you got to be working out. Okay. All of this you got because as you said earlier, and this is a lot of misconception that a lot of people have because they just stop there at the surface. Creatine just gives you water muscles. But you gotta go deeper. Creatine
it does do more.
Yeah, so creatine pulls water into your muscles. That is a fact. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But the benefits of pulling water into your muscles is it allows you to go past your lactic acid threshold. Stronger. It helps you recover faster. Mm-hmm. It gives you that cognitive function, as he told you, so it allows you to be more aware. But that's why. And then once I started doing my research, I realized you can take it whenever, but you also got to make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Yeah, and that's how you minimize, because I've seen some nurses, don't take that, it's going to mess up your kidneys. Yeah, if I'm not drinking the water, it's going to kill my kidneys.
Yeah,
you need
water,
because water makes it work. It's like now if it's not working, it's all sitting in your kidneys and it's not being diluted properly. You feel me? But like my dog, shout out to my boy Golden. Yeah. This dude leans. He like 180, 190 max, bro. This man tore something, his pec or his bicep or something.
Got it,
right? And then he started posting like, my journey back. You feel me? Okay, I'm watching it. I'm on my journey. You see, I was on my boat, so I'm seeing how strong I get. You feel me? Boom, I'm going. I see he already at 275. I said, damn. You feel me? Mind you, he weighed 190. He only weighed 200. Mm-hmm. And he lean, swole. Then next thing you know, I hit 315. He said 315. I said, hold up. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Straight dope.
That's crazy. Nah, you feel me? And then next thing you know, I finally hit my PR. You feel me? I get to 375. He said 370. I said, how the heck? How you catching me and I weigh way more than you, bro? Mm-hmm. And then he talked. I said, bro, what's the secret, bro?
Creatine.
He said, so creatine was part of it. I ain't gonna lie. When somebody tells somebody that's natty that they not natty, that's a compliment. Because I'm performing at a level that makes you think I gotta be on
natty. Right.
Yeah, natty.
Being
on steroids. That's what they call natty. All right, bro. But no, so he told me, he said creatine monohydrate, and he showed me the exercises he was doing to get his bench that high. And then
it's a couple of exercises. Explain the exercises.
So one of the exercises that he focused on a lot is reverse grip bench press. So you can do it with the bar or the dumbbell. And the reason that helps is what it does is it targets your triceps.
Yes.
Because what a lot of people don't know is when you're benching from 0 to 50, that's pure triceps. That's what makes it get up off your chest.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then he told me to don't do flat bench, do incline.
Yeah.
So I was doing incline and tricep work.
Yeah,
and
that's gonna make you stronger for real.
Because it develops a part of your chest that a lot of people neglect. You feel me? And then the last one was tricep extensions. Again, focusing on triceps.
Right.
You do that for a month, I see my jump.
So I know. What y'all boys think is harder? Incline, decline,
or flat bench.
I think the incline, because sometimes on the flat bench you can lift a lot, but on the incline you can't. Go ahead, Ernest.
Well, okay. Well, for me, how I look at it and been working out for so long, it's not about what's harder. It's about what form and what are you trying to target. Everything is hard. So, Fat Josh had titties.
Oh yeah. So what's your motivation? What's your motivation? Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask.
So I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Was it the dummies?
Nah, crazy. I always had motion. Stop it. So you laughing kind of hard.
I can't laugh. Tighten up.
You laughing. It was one of those. Hey, I don't like that.
You don't stop after the film.
Go ahead. So, hey, listen. So, first of all, my focus was never on. A lot of dudes. All right. On a serious note, especially how I grew up, y'all boys know what time it is. So my money, my target in high school and coming up was not women. It was money and Zach. So
You gotta explain Zoc to the non-Haitians.
you know Zach, hood politics, coming where I'm from. We grew up on the same street, Third Ave. You know what I'm saying?
About Thurgood Marshall.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I got stories for y'all boys. Yo, when these two boys used to see they peoples coming down the street, them boys used to bang it. Y'all knew Usain Bolt before he was Usain Bolt? It was them two. And they older. And it's true story. True story. So, you know what I'm saying?
It used to be fun though.
It used to be fun, you know what I'm saying? And these my peoples, low-key, these my cousins, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I had a little bit more freedom than them, you know what I'm saying? So long story short, my focus wasn't on women. It was, because a lot of guys in high school was like after high school, they was trying to link up with the girls to go have sex. I was linking up with my dogs. We was going to rob GameStop. Like, you know what I'm saying? During lunch, when the first year Plantation High School, when we had off-campus lunch, we was buying lunch for the teachers. One of my dogs had $500 in his pocket. Me, Fredman, Mono, Big Fred, E-Class. You know what I'm saying? We all had motion, so that wasn't my target. But I still had a girlfriend. I had 2 girlfriends in high school, but I did lose my virginity late. But
what's late though?
If it's still in high school, I don't think
that's
that's
still in
late.
high school. How did that?
So it was late. But okay,
What's late?
Okay, so I'm
No fingers.
I feel like somebody
No.
somebody got to put the time step. Hold on.
Yeah, no fingers. No.
alright. So
He lost his virginity to both of them, bit.
So back then it was like, whatever the girl, whatever jump off, whatever she was like, them boys doing their thing when they were training, and then when they got to me, she was like, nah, I ain't gonna fuck you, but I'll suck your dick.
Okay.
So I caught a nut, and then it was just like that, but I never penetrated. I ain't penetrate until.
But was that in high school?
In high school.
Okay.
High school.
What? Let me ask you this: like, your time during high school, was it like pressure to?
Hell nah. I was me.
I'm saying like hearing other niggas talk about that.
I didn't care about that.
Wait, but did Shorty make you feel some type of way then?
No, of course. You know what I'm saying? You hear niggas smacking and you hear the dime screaming. And then when it come down to you, she like, nah, I'll give you some suicide. I'm like,
good now.
But then, I ain't gonna lie, suicide is vibing.
That boy still had his hand on like, I still take that.
I would do something. We'll take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
what led you to not feel like pressured or like?
Because I just always been that nigga. Mm-hmm. Regardless, like when I was big and we would go to the beach or to the pool, I was still taking off my shirt. Mm-hmm. I still was like, talking to females and like, in high school, let me tell you something like this. In high school, and high school, middle school, you had a lot of people. I say niggas. Mm-hmm. You had a lot of niggas that they low key liked it a big girl, but because of social pressure, because some big girls was pretty. You know what I'm saying? But because of social pressure, niggas. Look, I ain't even look at you. I ain't look at you. Social pressure. I didn't look at you. They did not want to do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I was that nigga. I used to be like, nah, she look good. And everybody used to be like, oh. And then low key, one of the niggas slide behind me and be like, I ain't gonna lie, so she's straight. I kind of like her. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Later on down in life, that's their baby mamas. Mm-hmm. That's who they going for. Yeah. That's who they done married.
Yeah.
Because of social pressures in high school, they didn't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny you say that though, because I know a lot of niggas that grieve big dogs on the low.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
I'm not putting nobody.
Hold on, finish that story, right? So Shorty gave you neck.
Okay, give me neck. So boom. Long story short, a lot of the women that I have dealt with and dated, even up until now, I'm not a type of nigga that I know I'm not ugly, but at the same time, my personality and what I stand for, a lot of women ain't for it, and I don't care. Mm-hmm. So whoever likes me, I know they like me.
Mm-hmm. What you mean though? Like what type of boundaries?
Because I don't play no games. Mm-hmm. I have a system. I have a regimen. I have a system. You know what I'm saying? Where I just
so it's strict over there.
Cause
it's not strict. Mm-hmm. But we gonna abide by certain rules.
He always say like it's good to have your own structure, and she could complement that structure.
And you know what I preached to y'all when I saw y'all in the gym.
Let's go ahead.
No. We not.
Thank you, bro.
It's a little different. But he know. It's what I mean is this, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just more so of I'm romantic. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do everything I need to do for you, but I'm not finna play with you, and you not finna play with me. Mm-hmm. In the sense of I don't do attitude-ish ass women. Mm-hmm. Like I don't do confusing women. I like women who take initiative, because I'm comfortable in my skin and who I am. Mm-hmm. If you say you want something to eat, you said you want something to eat. Mm-hmm. Tell me what you want to eat. Don't ask me. And then when I take you, and then now you say that I didn't want this. Mm-hmm. You're crazy. You fool.
Now, question though, is it a problem because since you like partying, do
they know what they
know what they get into?
They know what they're getting into. It's not I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's something that it's likable, or something that it's how can I say
favorable.
Favorable. But All the women that I have dealt with, they see me for who I am and understand that they see something greater in me than just that, and that's why.
And like I said, one thing I say, and this goes for a man or a woman, right? If you bag somebody in a certain way, you can't come try to change that.
If you meet them at the party, bro, like
and you know they like the party, you not gonna be like, I got you now. You can't go to no more party.
That's what attracted you to me. It's not about changing them, right? It's about coming in a certain way. But as a man, it's easy. It's easier for remember, we lead. It's God first, man, woman, then kids. So if you meet the woman at a certain place, that's different. That's who she is. But as a man, stop that. But as a man, it's more. He can if you be that cornerstone and if you be that rib for him, you can change him. Instead of being nagging, you can say, hey babe, like let's try to do this. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
I also say this too, like if you really like someone or someone really like you, they gonna alternate or they gonna change up however they need to change up to be around that person. Like they gonna tolerate certain things that they probably want to tolerate from someone else.
But that's not a good thing.
It's not. Oh, wait, hold on.
It's a good and bad thing.
It is a good and bad thing, but you're gonna do it because always remember, everybody's their best self in the beginning.
It's a good thing if you have a conscience. Like if you like.
Well, if you got a conscience, you're gonna tell you
like,
hey,
you know something wrong.
You've been drinking a little bit too often. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to tighten up. I'm not telling you not to drink. But you need to slow down.
But question: how many chances do you give until you leave? You said since it's like strict, you have certain principles, certain boundaries. How many chances do you give?
I ain't gonna lie, Zo. I probably done. All my girlfriends could have been my wives. Every girl.
How come? Explain that.
Because This is not to be nonchalant or whatever to my own tell. Every girl that I ever been with never broke up with me. And I got a girlfriend now.
You broke up with them?
Hold on, let me.
You gotta get the caveat,
baby. You know how I feel about you. You know what I'm saying? So I was just saying that. I told you that too. So all right, cool. So. It was just each stage of my life, I just felt like I needed something or I was missing something, and I made a rational decision, and I broke up with him.
Okay. But when do you know that though? Like
break up?
Yeah, that's
no. He said, when do you notice that it was a rash decision to break up with them?
Or you could answer both.
Yeah.
First, when do you know? Oh, it's time for me to dip.
Well, for me, it was just more so like I'm just I believe in my program, like more so like, all right, first of all, RP to Kevin Samuels.
So you're a follow.
So
you're a follow.
So I'm gonna just start off like that, right? Even though his thoughts and values may not align in a sense, but it definitely has some type of truth to it because, like, I played a numbers game. And the numbers game is this: is more single women than men. So how I thought about it, how I used to think about it is this, right? So regardless if I used to be on some shit where it's just like, well, shit, if you don't want to do it, somebody else will.
Yeah, somebody else.
But then when I started to realize, well, somebody else will, but they're not you.
But when you realize that, dude,
they're not you. They're not that person.
But it's okay. Do you ever have a feeling of like going back, or is it too late? You already crossed that bridge. Because you said all of them could have been your wife.
I mean,
so you don't double back.
And to
not necessarily. I could have, but then I'm a type of person, like I'm a Pisces. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be on sit on here and say like, oh, I believe it, but it's just something in me where it's just like, well, nah, let me just give it something else, because once you done, like, it's like you scratched me.
Yeah.
You kind of made a mark, so I kind of can't. It's not like I can't forgive, but I won't forget, and it won't let me lead past anything else.
But you say you break everything off though. So like, how they the one that's at fault?
It's not their fault.
Mm-hmm.
I said I made a rational decision, so it's more so of things played in part where it's just I was dealing with. I'll just give you one situation where I was dealing with this one chick, and we was on and off, but she wanted to have kids. This wasn't when she had baby fever. I had baby fever, and she wanted to use prenatal pills, and I didn't, because I said I felt like it wasn't natural.
Yeah.
And it caused a rift between us because it just.
No, I never heard that before.
Yeah, she had other things.
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
I think it was called PCOS.
That's a real thing, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a real thing. So I was just on some shit. I just was like, nah, I don't want to do it because I felt like da. And guess what? After we was done, after me,
She
baby.
got pregnant because she was on. But
She
you wanted
did
her
what
to have your jit though.
Huh?
You wanted her to have your jit, but you ain't want to.
I
you wouldn't have minded.
I wouldn't have minded. But another thing,
Do you feel like that was selfish of you though?
Because that's the PCOS is a
it
real
is.
thing though.
It is. A lot of things are selfish that we don't even know that we're doing
At that moment.
at the moment.
But when you realize it,
And when you realize it's too late.
you
But
apologize or just keep it moving.
He look like he'd keep it moving type of nigga. Like, I already did it, man.
yeah,
It is.
that shit over with. So that shit fizzy. But it's something that I don't know if you don't necessarily heal from it, or you don't necessarily get over it. It's just almost something that it's almost like a trigger, and then you kind of try to learn from it and not try to do that to the next person. You know?
That's real, and that shows growth and self-reflection.
Yeah, so
It's like, and a lot of women hate that concept because it's like, damn, I made this nigga a better nigga for the next dime type.
yeah, but I always say, like, okay, my current ex, like, she was all right.
Don't fake it. Don't fake it. Don't fake it. All right. Speaking on that, because you know, like how you said like boundaries and stuff like that, right? Like, at what age do you feel like you're gonna get where your lifestyle is gonna change, or is it never gonna change?
That's a good question.
Another thing to add on to that, like, I'm sure like the scenery of like those party types, they like kind of shifted of like, you know, the younger crowd is
younger crowd.
and all that stuff.
You feel
So
like
it
unk now.
Do you feel like that,
younger,
or do you try to pick those parties where it's gonna be like the older crowd?
First we're gonna start off like this. As a man, your value increases as you get older. The only thing that you need to worry about is two things.
That's a fact.
Your wealth and how much you bringing in, or whatever you need to do to create money, and your health. After those two things, you could be 75. You can still marry a 30-year-old. You can still marry a 25-year-old. As long as it gets up and you have wealth to take care of her and your kids. It don't matter.
But go back to the first question I asked.
So the first question was,
as you get older, do you ever think about like your lifestyle changing?
The lifestyle change is this. It's more so as you get older, as a man, you need to find purpose. What are you here on this earth to do? And as a man, you can't, depending on the woman who you choose, that's gonna dictate your whole life. So, you gotta find your purpose.
You talking about like as far as like the partying.
So that's
and then like,
that's your purpose. Because me partying right now, that's not my purpose. Because I haven't truly found my purpose.
Okay.
In a sense, I know what I want to do, but is it my purpose? Do I feel cold-heartedly and fulfilled in this is what I want to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as a man, you need to chase that more than you need to chase, even if you have a girlfriend, even if you're married, you need to chase your purpose. Because if a man is not chasing his purpose or living in his dream, everything else will be sabotaged around him. Even if you done got married already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I done seen people that got married, and here's the tricky part. I done seen people that got married, right? And she was the breadwinner.
Yeah.
And you meet these guys, they're just more like soft and solemn, and the girl is the more outspoken and this, that, and the third. And then all of a sudden the guy it clicks. He says, well, I feel like I want to do this. But the whole time they've been married and they've been dating, like he's just been like, all right, babe, and she deals everything, da da da, and she's like, no, like I'm not moving over here for this, or I'm not doing over here for this, and that's what tends to happen.
Cause a rift.
But if you meet a woman that still is the breadwinner and understands your position as a man, and she be like, okay, babe, you got it. You found your purpose.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave my job. I'm gonna go where you want to go. I'll find another job over there. Because I understand you are the head. And we're gonna follow you. And if it don't work out, it ain't the end. And once it work out, it's the end.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, do you feel like that's an issue of the woman being the breadwinner?
Nah, it ain't the issue. I mean, it's an issue, but it's to the issue to the wrong woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand now, like, it's a good thing. Black women now, they're at an all-time high of graduating and even for me, like, you know, I'm not gonna say the line of field that I'm in, but all the women that I have dealt with, they've been up there, but they didn't look at me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they understood that I'm the man.
And I don't think it's always just the woman. It comes back to the type of man you is too, because the woman could be strong-headed, strong, but if I give you that energy like I'm that nigga, you gotta understand, boss women, they really want a nigga that take charge because they always in charge. They don't want to be in charge at the crib.
Well, guess what? I'm that way, but I'm halfway because guess what? If you comfortable within your own skin, always my girl now. I'm not. If you know what I like, if we at a restaurant, go ahead, babe. You can order from me. I don't have to say a word. If we buying a house, if we buying a house, and you want to decorate it, I'm not. Just call me for the last. Like, hey, look, I decided to do this. As long as you confirm it with me, go ahead, babe. Cause I'm okay, we out in a function. I'm not that guy to you walk up to my girl and you start talking to her. I'm chilling.
Me too.
I'm chilling.
Start twerking on that nigga. What you doing?
That's a different story.
Different.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gene, you might want to keep her. That's your dumb.
What?
That's your dumb.
Cause you know
You not now you go overboard like
just talking.
because I'm not doing that.
Your woman knowing you.
So you gotta understand, like, yeah, but that's what I was trying to preach to y'all boys in the gym when I used to tell y'all, like, hey, look, you need to set some type of dominance and assertiveness, but I don't believe in dictatorship. I'm not gonna dictate you. Why? Because you know
who you is.
exactly. You know what I always tell females? Let me tell you this now, baby. I love you, but hey, I tell them if you feel like it's a job, this is not the job for you.
And when you say that, you mean like dealing with you. If
If-
that felt like work, a job, whatever.
If you feel like it's a job, like you're doing it because it makes me happy, right? This ain't the job for you. Versus someone who's actually who is built and understand what to do and how to treat a man. It doesn't. It's not used against you, and they love to do it. So it works, right? So low key, my girlfriend now, she's African American. Cool, I love her, but we had a little because I always dated Haitian women.
Yeah.
So you feel like
Well,
there's
you can say
a
that.
cultural.
We'll talk about it.
It is.
Yeah.
Haitian women are brought up to cater to a man. Straight up. When you deviate outside of that, I'm not saying to know any other culture that you're not, but Haitian women, and I'm not saying that because I'm Haitian.
Yeah.
I didn't deal with it, dealt with it, right? So just give you prime examples, right?
I feel like most of the island too.
Most of that,
most
but
islands.
Most of the island.
the worst, I could break it down.
Go ahead. He goes
The worst,
Jamaican age.
Jamaicans, the worst. Because you want to know
Tell
why?
the story you had with him with that Jamaican.
Listen, the worst is because you want to know why? They said you want to know a culture. Look at how they dance.
It's so aggressive.
Look how Jamaicans dance. You're on a tree and you're jumping on. Why?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
That'd be
It
aggressive.
doesn't make sense.
Falling off a roof,
You're throwing her across the room.
jumping up and doing.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen a lot of Jamaican couples like you know in my younger days, like they were fully together, but he's at a party. She's standing next to him. She's vibing. He's vibing. But they're not dancing with each other. They're just in their own lane, like you know. And then when I walk up to the girl, and then it's all like, yo, you don't see me. I'm like, oh my bad, bro. Like I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then when I talk to Jamaican like peers my age, I'm like, they don't hug their moms. Their moms tell them they don't love them. Like, not saying they
I
don't
feel
love
like
them.
those like that too though.
In a
Some
sense,
those never see their parents kiss, bro.
but that's
true.
That's true, but it's not like that. But
I would say
in a
it's
sense,
You'll know the love there.
you'll know the love there because guess what? When I go to your mom's house, right? What's the first thing I do? I kiss your mom.
I was gonna say because the culture
Because the culture is.
That part, but I'm saying like you know.
Like, but I'm
But
saying
it don't have
you gotta,
to. It's
you
not
gotta
necessarily.
embrace.
It's more of that part is more of a respect thing.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
That's-
Yeah, because you walk in the crib, it could be 40 people. You gotta kiss all ladies.
Exactly. And greet everybody.
You don't. You look crazy.
You look crazy.
Saying all this, right? Like, so what's your stance on marriage right now? How you feel about it? Your girl watching now.
Don't say nothing crazy,
Yeah, facts.
but no faking too. So you gotta keep it
No
real.
fake, no fake. You gotta keep it real.
I believe in marriage, but
That butt about to be crazy.
it's three parts to it. I believe in marriage.
Yeah.
If you well, all marriage is supposed to be aligned and supposed to be focused on one goal. It's okay to grow separately, but still have the same concept, morals, discipline. Like, hey, if you want to do tech and do this and do that, but just support each other and just being there. The other two is based on men. The second one, marriage is not designed for men, because you can get into a marriage and you possibly can lose everything in that marriage, regardless if you was to make the most money or not make the most money is really not designed for nowadays or even back then for a man to win if it doesn't work.
Okay. And
That's
the third
America,
one?
though.
That's America. That's America.
And the third one?
And the third one is to not get married. To just have a life partner. And but when the life partner is a little tricky because you gotta be that guy.
You Will Smith.
You know what I'm saying?
They said they were my partners.
You gotta be that guy.
Married though, ain't it?
Yeah, but they had it was a weird understanding. So
Go ahead.
one thing I was gonna say one thing,
But I do believe in marriage though.
Okay, so I would say hold on, I got you. You're well with your words, Josh, but you didn't answer the question.
Yeah,
Let me answer this
wait,
question.
hold on. The whole podcast episode, you feel me? He been going around loop.
Yeah. So like you great with your words, right? You know how to.
You can see yourself getting married.
Yeah. So you okay.
Cause he a wordsmith. You feel me?
So like I know when somebody trying to
Hey, dog,
leave, like you know what I'm saying. So like I let the first couple ones slide. You
It
feel me?
sounds good. It
So
sounds good.
realistically, you didn't answer no question directly.
Facts.
You gave analogies, you gave breakdowns, and then you split it, and then you took yourself out the equation.
I do want to get married.
Okay.
I do want to get married.
But his question was right now. What is your stance on it? Do you see it like if you had
As a man, it's not about what age that you want to get married. It's about a financial clock.
what's your clock looking like?
I said a financial clock. I am answering it, nigga. If you broke, you shouldn't be getting married. But in a stance, if the love is that strong and she believes in you and y'all got a passion and y'all got a business goal or whatever y'all want to do, fine, get married.
Funny thing is, the love is not enough though.
It ain't.
Love is not enough.
It ain't. Cause love don't pay the bills.
Do you feel like you're ready right now?
Hell no.
Okay, now you answering questions. Now he answering questions, chat.
Yeah.
But I would love to get married.
Okay.
It's on the table,
I respect that.
and I'm dating in a relationship for marriage.
Okay. I can't be mad at that. That's a great answer. That's a great answer.
Am I
Bro.
ready? No.
But one thing I can tell you,
Then we never.
you can never be ready for something you've never done.
That's
Right.
my brother taught me a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
Never,
People try to tell you like, oh no, nah, nigga.
Never
Everybody relationship, everybody marriage is different. Stop looking at, oh, he do 100%. Oh, they do. Nigga, it's whatever works for you.
I was having
60-40, 40-50, 20-80. It don't matter. Y'all love each other and it don't matter.
Man was having this conversation, bro. I'm like, bro, realistically, if you're not my dom, there's certain conversations I don't even care to engage that 50-50, how many kids, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna be you, it's not gonna be me and you, because whatever in my household, that's gonna fly. If my household 100% zero, cool. If my household is 50-50, cool. Whatever works in my household, and the way I move, my dom is aligned with me, so I ain't even gotta worry about that.
I'm gonna tell you something like this. A lot of these doms be lying on these podcasts, man. They be taking care of a lot of
Relationships be fake too. All these relationships.
Not even
these
that.
niggas don't be having no bread.
But I used to see, bro, it used to be a situation.
If they always say on these podcasts, they say, I want a man that makes at least 100,000.
Men,
Look at the percentage.
It's 1%.
So how's all of y'all in 10 different podcasts saying that
It's not happening.
I deal with? Who's lying?
I'm a numbers guy. You feel me?
really gonna touch that paper in a lifetime,
You know what I'm saying? So,
Ain't real, fam.
We do.
but if we put that shit together and we invest, two is better than one.
Exactly.
But females just thinking like, oh, I want to be a princess. I'm gonna let you work. Social media. So understand this, right? So you got a man, right? Yeah, you want to be a stay-at-home wife. You want this thing, you want that. But when he don't have no time to spend time with you, spend time with the kids. It's not a bum.
No, I'm saying she gonna find a bum that got time.
It's a bum, right? But guess what? It's the pool guy
That's what I'm saying. Like, you see what happened with Tom Brady?
Blowing the back end.
It was the yoga instructor was getting her in. You feel me?
Yeah. Because women are emotional. They just want somebody to hear them. They just want somebody to spend time.
They need time.
I got time for y'all. Speaking on that, what you gonna say?
I was gonna say because women and children spell love TIME, fam. If you can't give that, bro, because even when you see all these, bro, like I say this all the time. Even when you see all these kids, they shouting at their mom because their mom pulled up to the football game. The daddy paid for the cleats, bro. Sometimes, bro, like I said,
pay for everything.
I always tell you, bro,
my dad, he gotta work.
But this my man's right here. I ain't know the nigga had a dad, bro.
But the worst thing too is like it's always the unmarried people that have these type of conversations. You know, like it's never like the actual people that's in the marriage that's having these type of conversations because you only could talk about it once you live through it. Yeah. Like if you're not living through it, you can't talk about this shit, bro.
And even if it's like
it's gonna go.
Even if it's like 100-0, bro. Like what you doing with your money? Like you feel me? Like if I'm taking care of everything, are you investing?
Yeah.
Are you building into like our family? Like if you're not doing
nothing,
if you're like shopping and doing like wasting your money,
I don't have 100% investment. I mean, not investment. I don't have 100% paying for everything that we need. Your check and what you're doing is gonna be in towards investment.
Yeah, it's gotta create fruits, bro. Where's the fruits, bro? You can't just be buying Chanel or any type of bag.
But that's why
wasting the money.
The most important thing you can do as a man
is pick the right woman.
Is choose who you bear kids with and who you decide to marry.
Stop. I heard they're the same person, bitch. I hope
but now we live in an age where it's just like, hey.
I hope you picking the same person, bitch.
All right, this scenario. All right, speaking on that topic, right? This scenario, right? All right, so this Dom, right? This woman. She's talking to a guy, right? On the first link, she went to go at his place. Basically, he was like, "I'm hungry. Can you bring me some food?" So she went and bought the food, brought it to him, and then she felt some type of way because he didn't reimburse her. Like, in that situation, do you feel like he should reimburse her if he said I'm hungry and she bring the food? She came over the crib on the first night.
Man,
you want to chime in?
I would say,
my opinion, real niggas would send the bread, fam. Real niggas would send the bread. This is my opinion.
Go ahead.
Why I say this? I say this in the sense of, all right, like you asking for something, fam. Like you asking them for something. So why not just send the bread? Even if you know they on the way or whatever the case is, just send the bread. Send the bread. She brought the food, whatever the case is. When she get there, if you reimburse her with your time, with your effort, all that stuff, and that's it, bro.
I don't agree.
All right,
I don't agree.
Why you don't agree?
Okay, let's keep it real, right? Like if I know the type of man I am, right? If you comfortable enough to come to my crib, even though it's our first link, we've been politicking a little bit. You clearly attracted me for some reason, some motion that I got. You know what I'm saying? You see that I'm that guy, whatever the case may be, right? If I say, oh, bring me some, it's only like $20, $35. You feel me? And you bring it, woody wood, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But now if it's a problem that I ain't reimburse you, that let me know you're not willing to do the smallest for me.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Because I'd be the same person if I took you out on the first date. I drop dumb bread. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't expect nothing from you. I'd be wrong to expect something from you because I spent money on you.
In my eyes, this first link, bro.
How? It don't matter. The first and the last case.
Wait. How I feel about it? First off, you're broke down. The food probably like $20. $20. Second off, you
it's not
ungrateful.
$20.
Second off, you ungrateful. You don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate my presence.
What?
If you can't do that, wait. I'm saying if you can't do the littlest thing, bro, like, cause God don't ask for much.
I ain't gonna lie, the presence thing.
Wait, hold on.
You got it though.
What he said?
I love it though. I love it.
All right, fact. But I'm saying like, if you can't do the littlest thing, like guys, we don't ask for much, bro.
It's not even
when a girl do the littlest thing for you. Okay, like, damn, she care, bro.
Okay, like, so now I'm gonna chime in. So, for one, as a man, it's okay for you to ask a woman for a thing, but women always understand a man is always testing you.
That's real. Even if not intentional.
Even if it's not, he's always testing you, right?
You said and like you didn't say, hey, give me some food, I'll send you the money. You just said, bring.
But as a man, in a man's perspective, right? As you ask, that Cash App or Zelle should be coming through.
You gotta feel want, bro. Cause like,
no, bro, you don't have to feel want
for something, bro.
You don't have to feel want. Because if a dom said she was hungry, if a dom said she was hungry. You was being thoughtful. You like, I'm gonna bring you some food. Let's go. You don't expect. You're not gonna ask for the money back. Let's go. But hold on, you're not gonna ask for the money back.
Let's throw this out of the dom perspective. Like, say, all right, let's just say you ask your dog for something. You're not gonna sit there and be like,
that's your dog. Stop that.
No, but I'm saying like you're not gonna sit there.
Different.
But you know your dog. Your dog said I'm
different.
You don't know what he's going.
Different. Your dog is your dog.
It's the first thing.
Because if I love you, I don't care.
It's the first thing.
Hey, let me tell you how Shell Cat. Let me tell how he cat. Let me tell how he cat, bro. I be playing around sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And then Shell cooling or whatever. I'm like, he said, I'm about to slide over here. I'm like, damn, bro, get me some real quick, bro.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Pull up to the crib. He slid it. He ain't asked for nothing, no nothing. I asked you for something.
I'm not going, bro. What I'm saying, you're asking for something.
Yes, I asked for something.
If you're asking for something, why am I not going to send the bread?
No, if you want me to rock with you, bro,
why am I not sending the bread?
Well, here's how I look at it, right? It's a difference, right? As a man, right? Let's just say you and your girl live together. Somebody knocking at the door very viciously. Do you expect your woman to go? Are you gonna tap her and say, "Babe, go check the door, see who that is"? But we're talking about food, and as a man provides food and brings something to the table. The woman is the one that fixes the table and arranges the food.
I am a passenger prince. I do not fall into the titles.
But we talking about the first link, fam. But that's you know what I'm saying. Well, you know what that turns into. This is YN talk. This is YN talk. This is YN talk.
You gotta look at this in perspective, bro. This is the first link.
You're not coming to my crib. You're not coming to my First of all, you called it down. She's already driving. She's on the road. All right, that's fine. She's already driving to you, fam. That should be a given.
You ask her for something.
To my crib.
Why not send
Given. That should be a given.
You know it's around. You know it's on the way. So you're not your
The only thing I can say is this, right? When you first link up with doms or whatever, you just know who just wants you more than what you want them.
Not even that.
Once I see that, I'm like, hey, go give me something to eat.
Wait, hold on.
I ain't gonna reverse it.
Look now. Hold on.
Because I know you on me.
Wait, hold on.
I also want you.
Wait, hold on.
Before you say wait, I also want to put this in perspective.
Hold on.
When you send the bird to the dom, a real one gonna be like, oh, it's okay, babe. It's okay.
Hold on.
That's cool.
Hold on. Because look,
But I'm asking you
if she care about you, the principal would
care about you. First link,
that happened though. If she care about you,
how she care about you, Zoro?
The principal is, hey, wait, hold on.
You said I love you.
The principal would be, do you want me to bring anything? Do you need anything? Doms always ask that, bro. They don't want nothing in return.
Yes.
What with you?
Do you
want me to bring a wine? I'm coming over there.
But that's that one.
No, but I'm talking about that. And this is how, bro. This stuff like this.
If you go to somebody's house, you be like, do you need anything?
That's just principle.
That's somebody that you know.
That's principle, though.
Look, the thing.
She coming to my crib. That means she trusts me.
I used to be like that, but I ain't like that.
I'll tell you right now, this topic showing me that a lot of niggas, they don't be treated.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas don't be treated right.
Bro,
Y'all been brainwashed.
That's not brainwashed.
Y'all been brainwashed.
Let me ask this.
It don't matter. First link, second link.
Let me ask this.
So you say it's crazy?
Is this still the same mindset?
It's not crazy.
Go
ahead.
If you have bread, Like if you nigga get to the chicken, is it still the same mindset?
Yes.
It's still gonna
Even more. No, that's different. It's even more. It's even more. She know that you can do it for yourself.
Principle, bro.
So now he wants to show you because every nigga that got bread, everybody is like. They taking. Look, and especially if you met him and he was like you like, so that's different.
No, different, bro.
It's different. That's different.
Now, boys, I'm gonna break something down.
We not talking.
Wait. I'm gonna break something down for y'all boys. And look, I'm gonna break something down for y'all boys. And once I heard it, I look back, bro, and I'm like, I ain't even know, but that'll get a lot of niggas. Shout out to my girl also, you feel me? She a real one. She damn near said it. You know, when I was politicking a while back, she said the best way to get a nigga with money, anytime it's something small, baby, I got it.
Pay for it.
Anything. That's
cool, but
that's for sure. But we ain't talking about that.
No, it's the same concept.
It's not the same concept.
We're not talking about a so long thing. We're talking about.
We ain't talking about that.
Yes.
Break something.
To my crib. Why you coming to my crib on the first link? Cause you asked. I asked for the food too.
What? Yeah, you asked.
So I'm not sitting in your back, bro.
I'm not saying that.
Wait.
Zesty.
Now hold on. What I learned was
not sitting there. Second of all, he ain't trying to grease. I'm trying to grease. I'm gonna send you that boy. I'm gonna send you that boy.
You first rate. It's special fashion.
She gonna take that.
Now the second time you ask for some food, she be like, all right, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna bring the food. Like you're not expecting.
No. Second time she be like,
girls have done on the first link. Girls have done on the first link.
You know what's crazy?
But that is
But like, if a nigga take a dime on the day for the first link, they'll spend $300.
Dom has done a lot of things.
I know niggas that spent more.
You see what I'm saying? But it's a problem. It's a problem if the bitch spend $25. Better yet, let's say $10.
problem, but it ain't a problem. It's the first link.
I don't care.
You know the part that we missing? This is the part that we missing, right? You should offer and see what she says at the end. If she says,
I absolutely have to.
Don't worry. I ain't gonna lie, you know what would be a red flag?
Get out of here.
You know what would be a red flag off rip? If she said, well, I'm sliding, and she'll be like, oh, do you need me to grab anything on my way there? Mm-hmm. Like, that's common courtesy.
Facts. Sometimes I'll be honest. I appreciate
first of all, you guys are delusional. Second of all, you guys are delusional because we're living in 2025. You have, what's that shit called?
Uber Eats.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the culture. What's the thing that they sell pictures on?
OnlyFans and stuff.
You got OnlyFans. You got this. You got the internet.
I'm not grabbing those Vietnams.
I'm not. It don't matter.
Vietnam be treating you better. They'll bring the
Vietnam's even better.
They'll bring a regular dime money back.
And they know a regular dime like, I don't get that much play.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Been complaining about $10 in my head, you broke.
Hey, look,
if you ask for like Wendy's, Burger King, and she come and necessarily say like, hey, this and the third, that's a red flag. What in a sense?
Sometimes it's not beyond though. They'll go.
What lunch like?
I know you want
what quick little lunch I'm getting. That's like.
You feel me?
Fam. Let's be real.
She goes. You ask down for food. She go to Outback Steakhouse or some shit. Where she dropping like $40, $50.
McDonald's and she get Outback. That's good, bro. Like
that's green.
But wait, hold on. You made a good point though. You made a good point, bro. Like this conversation showed me that like some of y'all boys gonna be.
That's green, no. That's facts.
I get catered to, fam. First link, second link, niggas the same link, nigga.
I'm getting a whole buffet, bro.
That's another thing.
I'm getting a whole buffet, bro.
That's that mindset of you have ask a woman out to date, or you ask a woman out on a date, go out to dinner, and you waiting there, you looking at her,
no,
she looking at you.
No. If I ask you on a date, if I ask you on a date, that means I pick where we going.
And I'm saying,
but you wait for it. If I ask you on a date, that means I'm telling you where we going. But you can order whatever on the menu. I'm not looking at that check. I put my card down, we slide it, because I already planned for where we're going.
Yeah.
Know what you say? But if you ask me out on the date, you better pay.
That's different.
Stop playing with me.
That's different, Zo.
He said it's not different.
That's different, Zo.
I'm saying, first late, bro.
Yeah, you actually are.
You not gonna pay.
No. I'll pay.
She comes to my crib.
You ask her to come to your house and bring food. You not gonna pay for it.
No, bro, I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it.
So don't take her on a date. You ask her on a date.
It's not the same thing.
It's the same thing. How? You ask her on a date.
It's not the same thing.
You just ask her.
You asked her to go out.
You ask her to come out.
So we gonna finish this out. Hey, what's in? I blame this on you. You see your two brothers? What's in? What's on you?
I just not the same thing, so let me
You see how I get treated. That's why I'm talking the way I'm talking.
the same thing. You ask your down there,
A date and a link ain't the same thing. A date and a link ain't the same thing.
Background legend.
A date and a link ain't the same thing.
You gotta make her feel like,
That's the problem. Y'all feel like you gotta do X, Y, and Z to... No. What you say? Hold on. We gonna bring it full circle. Hold on. We gonna bring it full circle, just like you said earlier. Wait. Full circle, just like you said earlier. You got a certain regimen. You move how you move. And if the dime rocking with you, you know she's really rocking with you.
You conform to it.
I'm just saying, bro.
It's like football, right?
First mate, fam.
If I offer you, you're gonna come to my program and see if this is what you like.
That's facts.
Because you have a choice.
Hold on. Soon as Adam see you conform to what you said that you
because she understands that.
I'm saying, soon as she see that you go against that, she don't respect you no more, bro.
No, not go against.
I'm saying, as soon as she see you go against one of
you going against it, and which means as if like you offering to pay.
I'm saying he don't even follow what he said.
No, it's
respect for that.
Cause look,
bro. You gotta stand.
If you were broke down, you should have been like, hey, I ain't got it right now. Is it okay if you send it? Yeah, I'm gonna send it. You a brokey. Now I know I'm messing with a brokey. I'm messing with a brokey.
That's crazy to me.
But yeah, man, go ahead and comment down below. You feel me?
Hold on, we got a question. Question of the day. I can't interject. The conversation was good. You feel me? So this question of the day, if for your sibling, right? Let's say somebody come up to you and they'll be like, I give you 200 mil right now, but your sibling got to do a 2-year bid. You taking the bread?
And they got to do 2 years?
Yeah.
For sure, do the 2. I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't even trying to explain.
2 years, 200 mil. We good.
Like,
hey, on me, do that bid. How much you giving them?
We gonna build a statue.
You said how much?
How much you giving your sibling?
How much was it?
200 mil. It's all yours though.
We building
200 mil.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give them a certain amount of number. I would just put them in position to listen. Because that's what's wrong with black people. We want everything in cash. We want to buy everything in cash.
You got it in cash.
Listen, I did. You did the bid, but guess what? I will put certain things in your name. I will create trust funds. I will make sure that we'll have generational wealth. So me giving you the money, what are you gonna do with it? If I have a plan.
No, I didn't say you. I know you give them all. I said how much would you give them cash? How much?
How much would I give them cash? At 200 mil?
Yeah, out of 200 mil.
50.
50 mil?
Yeah.
No, at least half. Right?
Nah, you ain't getting
I ain't gonna lie. Anything over 10 mil.
Why you ain't getting half? Because it was my deal.
Because really, I could have broken it down and I said, I give you a meal a year. That would have been 2 meals. I gave you 50. I blessed you.
50 enough though, y'all.
I tripping. I still take it. I still take 2. No 50. But I'm just saying 2 from, and I said a meal a year. But I'm giving you 50 to that. Because I'll tell you right now, if you don't know the number that they got, 2 mil, you will take it.
What I'll do though, I'll do like you said, I'll open a trust, you feel me? Buy real estate. You can get a check every month from that. Like, the whole family.
Whatever.
2 years in jail. I said the whole family.
I ain't gonna lie. If we're being real,
overweight, bro.
That been easy. I just need you to come see me 5 times a week, nigga. Keep my mind straight. 5 times a week, nigga? Hey, let's tell you what we doing. You want about 5 times a week? I got 6 times a week. And guess what? I'm gonna get your cell phone in there. You feel me? Make sure keep me on the nose. Full and that's green.
Y'all FaceTime you.
That's green. You say traveling with that bitch. That's green. Hell no, that's green. It don't matter. JP work anywhere. No, if I ain't anywhere. But easy. But I think that's light work, bro. Cause a 2-year bid.
2 years.
I ain't gonna lie.
You said light work, but jealous.
I ain't gonna lie. Anything under 4 years, bro. For that, cause you gotta understand, you're not making a meal in 2 years. You come out, you got a guarantee.
Facts. People end up making 1 million.
They whole life.
Years.
Yeah.
Some don't even make their whole lifetime.
Their whole life.
You tell me I do 2 years. I mean 2 years I ain't gotta work. I'm getting even closer to God and I'm getting fit.
Because a lot of people think. Let me tell you something about prison, right? As long as you stay out of the bullshit, right? A prison is a second life at chance. Why? You ain't got no bills. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You got housing, you got food. The only thing is the conditions. But it's the same thing as how prison is. Prison is the fire, right? So if you put a piece of paper in the fire, if you're the paper and then you react to everything that prison has done to you, you burn. But if you're gold, you melt and you can reconform yourself. You can make a Cuban link chain. You can make a ring. You can do it. That's what prison is. Because I know niggas that, trust me, niggas that know. These niggas making more bread than us. And they've been to prison because they had time to think.
Came out with a whole master plan.
They came out with a master plan. May not be whatever it is, but hey, they're doing it, right? So at the same time, and always understand, like, just because what you see a nigga got, understand you don't know what he been through to get it.
Yeah, that's right.
So stop worrying about that nigga.
Stop being envious.
Stop worrying about that nigga. Worry about yours.
Cause first quarter, bro, I'm taking that bread. I'm telling you, bro, stay in that library. I need you to look up a these, this. As soon as you get out, we got the bread to make all that happen.
Cause I seen it. It's
all that happen.
People think of it like, yeah, it is what it is. The conditions are bad. The food is bad. But hey, look, you have shelter. Any surgeries that you need to have, the state or the feds will pay for it. Any conditions you will be taken care of might not be as rap. So it's a bad thing, but like I said, it's just more so of a second like a chance.
Yeah.
I say, bro, it's easier said than done because you not in jail, fam. You can live the life you want to live. Well, I'm in here.
Easier said than done. I'm glad you said that.
I'm worried about my surrounding. If I'm asleep tonight, if I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, fam.
But
all that, fam.
It's prison, jail. It's the same. It's the same thing in life.
What if I got kids though? What if I got a girl?
Niggas been having kids. Niggas have kids and party harder than me.
Cause you know what this remind me of though? Like this question get deeper than that, right? This question get deeper than that in the sense of like a lot of people not willing to grind or make sacrifices for the short term to be good for life, bro. But I do that 2 years easy, bro.
Good for life.
Put my head down and then when I come out, I ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Fam, bro, it be people that come in innocent, not bothering nobody, and they still.
Life's not easy itself. There's a lot of people that's out here and they living in bad conditions.
Hold on.
You doing it 2 years?
No, listen.
Background, you doing it 2 years?
I want y'all to understand that jail is jail, man. Jail is jail.
They got some niggas out here living in worse conditions than niggas in jail.
Are you doing it 2 years?
Let me tell you something. Do you understand that people are actually free? And they're actually wait. Do you understand that people are actually free and actually dead? You ever seen The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
it's a lot.
They don't got nothing to live for.
So what's the difference of you taking a turn like, yeah, it sounds far fetched, but what's the difference? Ain't no difference.
All I'm saying is, in those 2 years, being out free and being in jail for those 2 years is two different things, man.
It is two different things, but understand this. You know what a conversation I had, right? Because it's a lot of hood niggas, right? They on their shit, they living their shit, but do you understand? Like, it's something that I thought about, and it's your life expectancy of where have your body been, where have your soul been. Do you know people have been living years though?
You know how you say
what's the
person though that he was?
So you rather take a risk to know and advance yourself and to not know?
You know how you said you gonna do
it's a mindset, fam. It's a mindset.
You can't change mindset. You can't change the niggas you don't grind with. You can't change mindset, fam.
Been in jail, fam.
Go ahead.
2 days, fam.
I also want to
thinking it's not jail. It's different between jail and prison, fam.
For sure.
I also want to put this in perspective too. You know how you say, like, oh, you're going to do those 2 years, you're going to put your head down, you're going to try to stay out of bullshit. Sometimes that bullshit is going to find you. It's
That can happen in free.
It's not going to happen
here.
It's different, man. It's different.
You know the only difference is? You don't know that bread not guaranteed. When I'm free, I know that bread not guaranteed.
Even if you screaming in there calling for help, bro, some of these cops don't fuck with you for real. They just let you get beat up, fam.
I hear you, bro.
That's real life though. Like
you can't change. At the end of the day, we getting it like this. Choose your heart.
You gonna be the brother.
You want to look good, and you want to put in the work. You work out. If you don't want to look good, you do 5 already.
You say he'll do 5. Yeah. Do 5.
Cars, ain't no press.
Come out a different.
I'm a vibe. Ain't no different, man. Know what you signed up for.
60 fell. You can come out a man.
If you wasn't a man when you went in there, you ain't gonna be a man when you go out.
Go ahead and comment down below what y'all would choose. You feel me?
And would your sibling be going for it, man?
They don't have no choice. Who you?
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, they don't got a choice. But what you do, they locked out. They don't even know why they locked out.
But go ahead and comment down below. Share the video. We appreciate y'all, man. We thank our special guest, Super.
Super.
For coming through. We thank everybody, the whole cast of No Faking.
Yes, sir.
We out, man.
Yes,
No
sir.
faking. People with you.
Come on now, no faking.